from all around Geelong. I'm here to tell you how football is strong.
Good morning and welcome again to the GDFL Footy Show, coming to you from Geelong again on a beautiful Saturday morning. It's home and away footy again, back again this weekend, thank goodness for that. But what a great campaign we had last week up at the Maryborough Footy Ground. Princess Park it was called, against the Maryborough Castlemaine Football and Netball League. A fantastic result indeed. First of all, the curtain raiser at 12 o'clock, a great result by the GDFL Colts, kicking 12-5-77 to the Maryborough Colts 9-6-60. A fantastic result indeed for our boys, and I know that Alex will be later on the show be talking more about that great success there. In the seniors game, well, the Daryl Bissett-inspired GDFL Raiders 16-10, 106. Too good for the Maryborough Castlemaine Football and Netball League, 7-14, 56. 8 goals to 1 kick in the second half. David Holsfield and Blake Miller head to goal kicking with 3 goals each. Dylan Whitney finished up winning the Darryl Jones medal from Belpost Hill. Andrew Challis and Derek Fitzsimmons were also the better players. And as I said, Darryl Jones medal won by Dylan Whitney and Belpost Hill. A great effort indeed by the boys, led by Jackson McLeod from the Tommy Tigers. 9 years he's been playing at the Tommy Tigers, and it's great to see him get the opportunity to lead a successful side as well. North Central's next year we play, and then the Bellarine, we need them to get knocked off over by the Wimmera League, and then it's all happening in 2016. I know it's a long way away, but we get to play the Bellarine in an interleague game, hopefully right here in Geelong, and haven't we been looking for that for a long time. Hello, I'm Dick Philpott, and once again I've assembled some of the biggest names and brains in country football to eradicate, communicate, articulate, and definitely not procrastinate. And first of all, the man who needs absolutely no introduction, the Colts man himself, Alex Kizagani. G'day, mate. How you going?
Good to see you, Dick. And what's great about this weekend is we have Saturday and Sunday of Colts footy and senior footy. You can't ask for more in the GDFL community.
Well, I know, and I'll tell you what, speaking of you can't ask anything more, we've got a ripper on this afternoon, and our special guest on the show this morning in lieu of Grubby, and we wish Grubby well because his lovely wife Lisa is having a bit of a battle with illness at the moment, so we wish them all the very, very best. But our special guest on the show this morning is Vice President of the Belpost Hill Panthers, and he's looking a bit cheeky at the moment because every time we had a bit of a go at each other off air, but this afternoon's going to be a beauty. But I'll speak with Tony Dawson, the Vice President of the Belpost Hill Panthers. Welcome to the show, Tony.
Thanks, Dick.
Good to have you on board, mate, and we'll talk a little bit later on about our big clash this afternoon, but I think everybody in the Geelong district's been waiting for this game, and it should be an absolute ripper.
Yeah, I think it'll be absolute beauty, so yeah, can't wait, looking forward to it.
All right, just take that smirk off your face, mate. And we'll be young and old later on, don't worry about that. Up at the interleague game last Saturday, Paul Welsh caught up with Daryl Heath-Bissett, the successful coach of the GDFL Raiders.
I've got the coach here, the victorious coach of the GDFL seniors, Daryl Bissett. Daryl, congratulations on that. We haven't won one for a couple of years. You put a great squad together, and the boys really turned up today to play. They dominated most of the day for about 15 minutes in the second quarter there, where you sort of fell off the pace, but that's going to happen in today's football. But you're excellent. The boys, in the end, they ran hard, and they're still going hard at the end.
Yeah, thanks, Paul. Look, we worked hard. We had 7 really good training sessions, and what we got out there was 23 blokes that wanted to play for the GDFL and set ourselves a goal to play the Bellarine in hopefully a couple of years, sort of thing. But I think we just kept pushing all day, and as I said, we had that 15 minutes of. I thought we let them in the game. They didn't actually play well, but we lost our structure. But then we got back to our structure. We made some good positional moves, and the boys got back on track.
Yeah, for sure. You had Challis, who's an excellent player, breaking the lines, Del Santa, and fellas like that, blokes that have played good football, and they showed today. They turned up today. They wanted to play, as you said. You picked blokes that wanted to play. You went with the younger squad to last year. They were full of run, and they were still running at the end and breaking lines at the end. Young Jackson McLeod, first year as captain, worked very hard up forward. Then he went down back and worked very hard too. He had a good captain's game, not outstanding, but a very good captain's game. And all over, I don't think you had a really weak link. The blokes come on and off the bench, and everyone done their job.
Look, I think the weak link was that 15 minutes in the second quarter sort of thing, where we thought it was going to be easy after kicking 5 in the first. But look, we just made a couple of positional changes in Jacko to half back. We moved Parks to centre half forward. We put Challis into the middle, and he just gives that bit more run. But look, that's Teddy Moore came up and said we need to make some changes because things weren't happening, and that's what we did. And look, they worked out for us on the day.
Yeah, it was a fantastic day for the GDFL. Fantastic day for you, Daryl. I hope to see you coach them for a lot more years, and you've been great for the league.
Yeah, thanks, Paul.
Talk about some very old Anarchy stalwarts there. Paul Welsh and Daryl the Heap Bissett. Gee, there were some great games that those boys played for the Anarchy Roos out there at Philpott Flats, and it was a great afternoon indeed. We're just going to look at some highlights now from that big game up at Maryborough.
45. Up it goes. It's knocked down by Wilson. Quick snap comes out of the pack there by Whitney. One hand juggling mark taken in the goal square by Miller, and he will go back from point blank range and kick for his third, and this will be just about all she wrote as he blasts it through the centre. He has got 3, Blake Miller. His side have 12. They are 12-7 now, leading Maryborough Castlemaine 6-10. It's that many for the rest of the game. I think he's out of the question. Now Reid palms it down, but the quick kick comes Geelong's way towards half-forward. Spalding in front position, couldn't mark it. Off hands, it came to Chalice. He kicks into the pocket, and a good sliding mark by Holzfiend there, who kicked the first goal of the game, has 2 for the day. Now, he's 45 metres out, 45-degree angle. Be a good kick from here. He's going back and setting up for it. I've been impressed with him. He's been busy around the forward line today. As he comes in, just opens the angle a little bit, kicks, it's swinging back. I'll tell you what, it has swung back very nicely. His little kick is okay to Fursland. So Fursland, 2 kicks from home. Pittman presented for him, didn't go that way. Instead he goes towards Parker, who took a big fly in the pocket. It spills out the back to Holzfiend, who snaps it back. And we've got a mark right close to the line. He's run on there, Parker. And I'll tell you what, he wouldn't be out of directing for the medal either. He went to chip it back into play. The umpire said, hold it. Now, you know what country we're in now, Poss. The man on the mark is almost against the behind post. He is hard against the line. He comes in. He does go the Bunana. And that is your real Bunana. Almost on the turntable is James Templeton. His kick, well, it was smothered by McLeod. He wouldn't be out of the reckoning either. But there's my man Chalice. All he needs to do now is streak in here, but he's not going to. I thought he had an opportunity to run into goal then. He went to Whitney. The 1-2, he'll get it back. Still might have a chance here from 45. And he goes bang. And kicks a goal, Andrew Chalice. That is his second. Second half promised so much when it was only a goal, the difference at half time. But Maryborough Castlemaine literally haven't fired a shot in the second half. They still haven't managed to kick a goal. As McLeod gathers it from the throw-in, he kicks it deep to the goal square. I don't think anyone touched it. It bounced past everybody, and he has his second, the captain.
Fantastic bit of highlight there from the great game up at the Princess Park in Maryborough. And once again, great to see Dylan Whitney in such fine form from the Belpost Hill Panthers. The Daryl Jones winner of the medal of the best on the ground. We're going to take a short break and come back, but look out, folks. Footy Flashbacks today is not to be missed, so don't change your dial.
We are the Raiders from all around Geelong. We're here to tell you how football is strong.